Hey everyone, it's Joel coming at you from Planet Scooby, and today you get regular Joel. This is my 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo ranking, and it's going to be my last video for a while. I'm taking a break. How long that break's going to be, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Before I get into my ranking though, I just want to thank all of you who's ever commented, watched, liked, subscribed. I've made some great friends through my YouTube channel and met some awesome Scooby-Doo people through just Scooby-Doo and everything, and I've enjoyed a lot of comments and a lot of people's opinions, and anyone who's participated or just watched even, thank you. It means a lot to me. I've been doing these reviews for 5 years, and that's a long time to be doing reviews, and I've been putting a review out every Saturday consistently for 5 years, and it's been a lot of work. So I'm taking a little break. Again, I don't know how long. Anyway, let's just jump into the ranking. And I'm just going to start, because your time's busy and I don't want to waste it. I'm just going to start with my favorite to least favorite. Okay? So my favorite would have to be To All the Ghouls I've Loved Before. That's my number one episode from the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. I thought it was a great episode. It was funny, but wasn't like the humor wasn't too over the top like we get later on in some of the episodes. Daphne turns into a werewolf. That was super cool. Unexpected. I don't think something like that had really ever happened. I guess the reluctant werewolf, which came after, and there's some, I guess there's some things that Wax Museum one where, the Wax Phantom one where Scooby and Shaggy turn into monsters. I guess you could maybe count that, but yeah, this one was great. Sets up the series, got me excited. Sure, it introduced Weird and Bogle and Flim Flam, and I'm not the biggest fan of those three, but there was enough Scooby action, enough Shaggy action, enough Daphne action to keep me happy. The episode moves along at a swift pace. It felt more like a movie than an episode to me. It just hit all the right spots for me. My second favorite episode would be A Spooky Little Ghoul Like You. Maybe not everyone's second favorite or top 5 out of this series, but I thought Nakara, she was great. The humor was balanced. We got a lot of Vincent in this one. I just wish it had a better ending. Like, I think Vincent being a really powerful wizard or sorcerer or whatever he is, could have saw Nakara's kind of spelledish game plan coming sooner, and he should have had like an ace up his sleeve, but instead it's just a straight by the numbers kind of episode. And I think it's okay, but I think the ending could have been better. And that's a major criticism of mine for this series, is that they kind of like the last 2 minutes, they build everything up to the last 2 minutes, and there's just a simple solution. Like someone just opens up the chest of ghouls and the episode's solved, and then we move on. And there's no real good battles in this series. And I'll save more of that for later. My third favorite would be That's Monstertainment. I'm a big Bride of Frankenstein fan, so this episode was super cool. The creepy little looking villain was creepy enough. She kind of scares me. She's kind of frightening looking. Probably out of all the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, she's like the most frightening to me, looks wise. I don't know, power wise. Wouldn't be bad to be kind of be thrown into your favorite movie, would it? I guess it could, but it'd be fun. But yeah, that's my number 3. My number 4 is Scooby and Quackyland. This one is number 4 because of the concept, and I enjoyed the concept. I enjoyed the episode, how they kind of jumped from cartoon panel to comic book panel or whatever. I like that. That was a lot of fun. There's a lot of creativity in this. Is it suited towards Scooby-Doo? I don't know. In my head, not really, but I did enjoy it. The villain I felt was weak. Like, I didn't like the look of the villain. He just looked like a lumpy sack of potatoes. And I guess it's hard to come up with good villains because it's kind of all been done before. But the villain just kind of lacked, in my opinion. And Vincent at the start, he was out of character. Remember, he had like a cold or something, and the gang had to like tend to his every need, and he's just whiny. I know that's kind of funny, but it was just really out of character for like the biggest sorcerer ever, in my opinion. But otherwise, my number 4 episode. My fifth episode, probably my most controversial because everyone who like commented on this episode, not everyone, but 90% of you hated this one. This is like your least favorite. This is like 0 out of 10 for a lot of you. And that is Ship of Ghouls. I liked it because I like ghost ship movies, essentially. I like nautical movies with, mystery and intrigue. And this kind of had that to me. There was something funny going on. And then when they drove into the Bermuda Triangle or sailed into the Bermuda Triangle, the ship goes all rowdy and like all the guests go from like normal people to ghosts. I thought that was really creepy, especially for 1985. That was kind of unique. I know everyone's major complaint was like the ghoul combination, like that eyeball creature with the tentacles. Everyone's like, that ghost is lame. I can't argue with that really. And I think what they're kind of going for was with, it's kind of a riff on the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Not in terms of looks, but just in Ghostbusters, if you remember, that one guy, he like releases the handle that lets all the ghosts go and all the spirits kind of form and come together to form like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man kind of, right? So I think it was kind of like a riff on that. But I enjoyed this episode. I thought it was really cool. Number 6, Horoscope Scoob. This is a fun little episode. This is like the final episode. It's like the 13th episode, I guess. It's just fun. The villain was kind of meh. Remember it had that psychic lady and then she turned into like a bull kind of demon thing. It wasn't that great. And then you had some other people that Vincent Van Gogh was friends with. Villains, yeah, kind of meh. But I think this is number 6 because it has maybe the best Scooby Snacks box. I think it's one of the best. And I talked to 2 other people and they might think it's the best too. That would be Nikki Blake and Wendy Bridge. I'll leave a link below to the panel where they discuss that with me. We have a little good conversation about this. And the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. Mostly the food of 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. So if you're hungry for Scooby-Doo, 13 Ghosts, go to that video. Just shut down mine right now and go to it, actually. It's a really good video. Number 7, It's a Wonderful Scoob. Time Slime, he was okay. Like, cool concept. Is he suited towards Scooby-Doo? I'm going to say, in my opinion, no, not really. But the future stuff was weird. Remember you got like Shaggy, not Shaggy. Well, Shaggy is something about bananas or something. And Daphne's old and cleaning. And then you got Flim Flam and Scrappy on motorcycle bikes like they're out of some Mad Max movie. That was funny. But is it a Scooby-Doo episode? Not really. The series is just all over the map for me. Number 8, Scooby-Kadubra, something like that. This one was just a letdown for me. I think it's like everyone's favorite. Y'all love Malvor the Malevolent. And I love him too, but the showdown at the end was just weak sauce. It sucked. There's all this buildup. How he's like the most powerful ghost or ghoul of all time. And then again, it's just weak. The ending was weak. At least I felt it was weak. I like the, what did I like? I like the Scrappy interviewing the dragon. I thought that was kind of funny. I like that kind of humor. Does it fit Scooby-Doo? I don't know, but I like that joke. Number 8 is Me and My Shadow Demon. I like Queen Morbidia and the Shadow Demon. I thought they're both kind of cool. I think this could have been just an episode just on the Shadow Demon. Probably would have liked it better and then just have an episode later with Queen Morbidia. Had some weird things with that spooky house, but it also had more of a sense of adventure. This felt more like a Scooby-Doo episode because they're pretending to be exterminators and they're going into a creepy house to investigate. And they're also in caves earlier on before that. So this felt more like a Scooby-Doo episode, but then it gets kind of silly and weird and bizarre, which I don't mind, but it just makes my number 9. Maybe it could be a little higher if you ask me on a different day, but today it's my number 9. My number 10 is Reflections in a Ghoulish Eye. So this is the one with the mirror and they get sucked into the mirror and they're in, I forget where they are. Somewhere with camels or something, some Arab or Persian kind of country. I forget. Where was it? I forget where it was. This one just feels like it's showing its age. It just kind of felt outdated. and it wasn't that strong of an episode. It was probably a good episode in the 80s, but in 2023, it was just kind of okay for me. Not the best. Number 11, When You Witch Upon a Star. I thought this would be my least favorite because those annoying three witches just drove me crazy with their song. Oh, I hated that song. If you took them out, this would have been like really high for me because Marcella, the main witch, really cool. I liked Marcella. Marcella, she was cool. But when you balance that all out for me, this is my 11th because those singing witches, did not like. My number 12 is Coast to Ghost. Number 12 because it's just not very memorable. You get the Chinese food gag at the start where Vincent's like getting a Chinese food delivery. He makes the guy go back for the fortune cookies. And then Vincent in this one's turning into stone. And you have Flim Flam and no, not Flim Flam. You got the two ghosts, Weird and Bogle, trying to get into some like ghost thing. And you got this really cool vampire or demon dude. He looked really cool. I liked him. But then there's like some group where there's some headless thing floating around too, who wasn't released from the chest of ghouls. It was a vampire released from the chest of ghouls. And these demons in the chest of ghouls are supposed to be the worst, but why is the vampire trying to get in this club when he's already the worst? It just, the logic just, I know it's nothing I should be angry about, but it made me a little batty. Pun intended. What else did I like about this? There's a plant later on, and they're traveling across, and you get the pilot who can't see, seeing like double or something. It's just, I guess I said it wasn't very memorable. I do remember quite a bit, but yeah, it's my number 12. And then 13 for me is the ghouliest show on earth. This episode had a really cool villain, like a very Faustian, make a deal with the devil kind of villain. He was trying to get Flim Flam to join his circus forever. Kind of like that Peter Pan kind of thing maybe too going on, where Flim Flam will be part of the circus forever, but Flim Flam will probably turn into some ghoul. Why I didn't like this episode? Mumsy Doo's voice. Too much of it in this episode drove me nuts, drove me a little loco. And the circus music that just kind of played throughout just drove me batty. Again, no pun there, but yeah, cool villain. Liked the villain a lot, but the music, Mumsy Doo, and Mumsy Doo's in some other episodes too, but I guess this one just, I overdosed on Mumsy Doo's voice. I don't like the voice at all. Anyway, that is my ranking. And yeah, this is all you're going to see from me for a while. I don't know when I'll be back again. And I want to thank you all for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting. If you want to comment on your top 5, top 13, whatever have you, feel free to. I'd love to read it. Always love to talk about Scooby-Doo. If you want to comment on one of my other videos, you're always welcome to too. I should reply. I don't see why I wouldn't. If you're hungry for reviews, watch Scooby-Doo Forever. I'll leave a link to him below too. Doing really cool stuff. There's some, he's got some shorts on his channel where he's visiting places in Scooby-Doo in Italy that were just amazing. Like the Venice episode. He's visiting some of the spots and showing the geography of Scooby-Doo. And he visited Pompeii and showed that episode from one of the episodes. Really cool channel. Really cool reviews too. He does twice a week. He does more than me, and they're better than mine. And what's he doing now? He's kind of wrapping up Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. And then I think he's going to do reviews for What's New Scooby-Doo. If I have that wrong, I apologize, Scooby-Doo Forever, but that's what I remember you saying. Maybe I got it wrong. I'm old. I'm getting old. Anyway, this is me signing off for a while. And until I come back or until we comment or talk in the comments somewhere on your videos or my videos or wherever, stay spooky.